This video is sponsored by Wildlife Command Center Coffee. More about them at the end of the video. Hey everybody, it's me, John Ward, and I am back with another Dark Park film reviews. And on this video, I kind of wanted to continue with Roger Corman. Last time I looked at a few collections of films that he did outside of the country, some stuff that he acquired from Russia, things like that. These type of collections that were all put together, primarily by Fred Olen Ray, and they're really good. But for the past few years, I have been trying to find any of the old Roger Corman DVDs that have the like Concorde or Concorde New Horizons or New Horizons logo on the spine. I think a lot of these are out of print because like Shout Factory or Scream Factory has re-released them in either standalone or in collections and things. And those will be like a whole other video. So I'm not even going to touch that Roger Corman stuff for right now. But these are films that have that logo on them. And I just thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of look at them, because I don't know if these will ever be of like value, like they'll really go up in price. I would have to look. But I think that they're fun to collect these because a lot of them are just not available anymore. And I find them at like Zia Records and sometimes Amazon. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's where I should stop. 11, 12, 13 to look at. These are all like single movie discs. There's like no collections or anything in here. And they range in all different subjects, slasher films to sci-fi to action to sword and sandal to all that type of stuff. So the first one that we're going to look at here is actually a Jim Wynorski film, and it is Cheerleader Massacre. And what I'm talking about with that logo, it's right here. I don't think it's also on the back too. It's right there. So I've been trying to find these films that have this logo on the spine, because a lot of these, like I said, I believe are out of print or they're just difficult to find. This one I definitely wanted to pick up, and it's like I said, it's directed by Jim Wynorski, and it is I guess an official sequel to the Slumber Party Massacre. There's 2 sequels to that, and Slumber Party Massacre 2 and then Slumber Party Massacre 3. But I guess this might have been maybe one of the first films to kind of wipe out the other documentaries and say, no, this is just a sequel to the original. Let's see if I can find out. See if there's a date on here. It says 2002. Looks like it might have come out in 2003. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and maybe do some research around that time period of 2002 to see maybe if this is the first film to just kind of throw away all of the films, that are attached to the original and say, nope, this is the sequel. So, so this is, as you can tell by the cover, they're cheerleaders and they're about to get massacred. It does say, just when you thought it was safe to go back to school. We got the nice little phallic symbol right there. We got some blood right on the tip. Right on the tip. They do look scared. And let's see. So this is the side. And we got the back. So before before I get into this, I actually pulled this up from Wikipedia because I wanted to make sure. So it says Cheerleader Massacre is a 2003 American B-movie slasher film directed by Jim Wynorski and written by Lenny Luau, Jewel I-N-O, Jewel I-N-O. Sorry, I know that's going to be mispronounced. I do believe he was the chauffeur that was in Jim Wynorski's Not of This Earth. And so I know I'm definitely pronouncing his name wrong. Julie. Well, there is Julia. Giuliano, maybe. Lenny Giuliano. Did I finally get it right? Maybe. The film stars, let's see, Tammy Sheffield, Charity Ramher. Damn names, man. Charity Rahammer and Aaron Byron. The film is a direct sequel to Slumber Party Massacre 1982, with Brinke Stevens reprising her role as Linda Dawn Grant. Wow, they actually gave her that much of a name in the original Slumber Party Massacre. I would have figured her name was just Linda. And including a flashback sequence to that film, but with a story of its own. As in that film and its sequels, much of the film's appeal relies on female nudity, sex, and gore. So in the original Slumber Party Massacre, we see Brinke Stevens die. I believe she's the first kill. And, or one of the first kills at least. And she dies. In this, she survives. Chuck Sereno does the cinematography. Figured he would have done music. Release date was March 23rd, 2003, 85 minutes. Its budget was 60 grand. The film was produced by Roger Corman and lensed by Jim Wynorski. The DVD was released on March 25th, 2003. Special features include trailers, actor bios, audio commentaries, and making of featurette. I don't think... There is a sequel. It says the film was followed by a very loose sequel named Cheerleader Massacre 2 in 2011. I've seen it, but I don't have a physical copy of it. See, plot. Several high school cheerleaders become stranded at a cabin in the snowy wilderness after their van breaks down during the night as the girls play games and have sex with their boyfriends. Okay, all right. Someone begins murdering them one by one. Now, if they were just playing games and not having sex, we probably wouldn't have any murders. So there you go. Gigi Ernetta. She's been in a bunch of stuff as Deputy and Deputy Adams. Brinke Stevens as Linda. Okay, so from the people who brought you Slumber Party Massacre and Sorority House Massacre. There's our back. So I'm guessing Slumber Party Massacre would be Corman. Sorority House Massacre would be Wynorski. Wow, they don't even show Brinke. Here we got woman looking scared, another woman looking scared, woman finding dead body, might be boyfriend that she just had sex with, and then 4 women kind of looking scared. The special features, director's commentary, deleted scene, cast and crew bios, digitally remastered, original trailers, scene index, interactive menus, and preview attractions. Film runs 81 minutes. Rated R. Let's see, what is it rated R for? It's hard to read. It's in red. So let's see. Violence, sexuality, nudity, language, and some drug material. This is encoded with macro vision. So if you try to make a copy of it, it will not look good. Special features are not rated. So let's see, what is this about? They're cute. They're perky. They have great pom-poms. I don't think they're talking about the actual pom-poms. But this group of innocent cheerleaders has nothing to cheer about. Someone has taken a special interest in the squad, who are about to play the biggest game of their short lives. Who said surviving high school was easy? I don't think anybody. Yeah, the thing that I found interesting with this is Brink Stevens' return, because I think they show you some flashback footage from the Slumber Party Massacre, and then we see her, instead of dying, living. She lives. I forget exactly how they show her live, because I haven't seen this in a while, but she survives and then comes back years later. I think she's like a ranger or something in this, or whatever it is. She seems to be around a lot, like this cabin and stuff like that. So so she's somebody of some authority or something like that, I believe. And well, really boring. So, all right. 1 down, 200 to go. All right. The next one is called Slaughter Studios. Once again, we're looking for the logo. Logo's also there. And Slaughter Studios. So this is the place where your dreams, crossed out in red, nightmares come true. And she just can't get out because it's all chained and there's a lock on it. So that she can't get out. It says horror on the side. What does this say? Does this say anything? Oh, this is horror too. Horror and horror. That way we know where to put them when we shelve them at like Blockbuster and stuff. Oh, this something that's called Cheerleader Massacre and Slaughter Studios. Where do they go? Comedy? Nope. No. Oh, no. Wait. Drama? Nope. Horror. But now we know. Here's the back. And special features: digitally remastered original trailer, 5.1 digital surround, director's commentary, interactive menus, scene index, preview attractions. Special features are not rated. 86 minutes, rated R. This is directed by Brian Katkin. It's like this came out 2002. Not seeing anybody. Okay, so we got woman screaming. Didn't find anybody of real interest. So woman screaming. Guy in the Dark, and then looks like there's somebody at the door there. This might be a movie that they're making at Slaughter Studios. Looks like a bunch of women having like some sort of like a seance or something like that. And here we have woman screaming. And I don't know if this and this are meant to be the same person, like she's by a mirror. So we have a person here, woman screaming, or it could be woman screaming into mirror. And that's what we're saying. Oh, it's rated R for strong violence and language. One of the reasons why I picked this up, of course, was because of this. But there is a film, and this could be it. I have not watched this in a long time. I bought it, then I didn't watch it, but I did watch this decades ago, that had Corey Haim in it, and he played, I think, a drummer. This could be it. He's not credited on the box or anything. He's just credited in like the regular credits. I don't even think he has any lines of dialogue. And I think this was during his bad stage. And it could be a different movie. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's this one. This is why I bought it. But it might be a different movie. But I think it's this one, where it's kind of embarrassing in a way. So let's see. The infamous Slaughter Studios. Well, of course, people are going to die if you call it Slaughter Studios. Source for some of film's history's greatest horror movies has been abandoned for decades. Now, a new generation of young filmmakers has broken into the studio ruins. Now a new generation of young filmmakers has broken into the studio ruins to make one last classic tale of terror. But evil lurks inside its blood-stained walls. A killer haunts Slaughter Studios, and his casting cuts are pure murder. A killer haunts Slaughter Studios, and his casting cuts are pure murder. So right there, they already gave a little bit of this away. It's a guy. Why put that on the back? Unless it's made to fool us, unless it's a woman, and they're putting his to fool us, kind of send us in a different direction. Coffee mug of the day. Got this when I saw Danny Elfman, at down in LA. There was a whole orchestra and everything, and this is the Danny Elfman's music from the films of Tim Burton. So it basically started out with I think like Pee Wee Herman, and went, I want to say like up to like Mars Attacks maybe at that point. Great night. He sang a whole bunch of stuff from Nightmare Before Christmas, and we had some other celebrities coming, were there to sing the other parts for Nightmare Before Christmas. So yeah, so I got a mug. I like the mug. I also got a poster of this too that I framed. It's up in my room. It's a nice mug. I don't think it's one that you can get again. So if it breaks, I'm shit out of luck. Okay, so let's take a look inside. Yeah, these are just not going to be interesting. So, okay. So the next one is a remake. The next few are from the Showtime remakes. I believe it was Showtime. And they basically remade several of the Roger Corman films from like different time periods. And they would use the footage from the previous movies in it. So they were kind of cheap, but they were fun. They were entertaining. And this is mostly the reason why I started this collection, were to get these types of films. And the first one is the first remake of Piranha. And even though it has a lot of its own original footage, but all of the more or less basically all the footage of the piranhas is from the original Piranha from like 1978, Joe Dante. It says Lost River Lake was a thriving resort until they discovered ... Piranha. And this has Alexandria Paul and William Catt. That goes to show you who was more popular at this time. I think she was probably doing Baywatch at this time, or just left Baywatch. And probably nobody really knew who William Catt was at the time. So kind of like that cover. Looks like he's smiling. Here's our side. And of course, we've got the logo there, the logo there. That's what we're most interested in finding. This is directed by Scott Levy, based on the screenplay by John Sayles, the great John Sayles. Alex Simon wrote this screenplay. This does say executive producer Roger Corman on it. James Cameron is in this. Soul Moon Frye, Punky Brewster's in this. And Monty Markham. I'm not sure who that is. This is 81 minutes. It's rated R. And 2004, very tiny, but I think that says 2004. Special features are, well, it's digitally mastered. Original trailer, scene selection, and interactive menus. They should have just put nothing. Like, why even bother, putting any of that in there? It's such a waste. So here we have Dead Body. Looks like the piranhas probably got this person. Here we have our Alexandria Paul and William Catt. They're right there. And then we have, looks like Paul and Kit. Oh, well, it looks like, so they're here. They hop on this boat here to help this woman here, but they're too late because she dies here. There you go. So we're seeing them trying to save somebody here, but she's dead here. And doesn't look like their clothing changes either. So let's see. Dr. Bane's genetically altered piranha are virtually unstoppable. They can survive in salt water and they thrive on human flesh. When Maggie and Paul, I'm assuming that is Maggie and Paul, accidentally release them into the Lost River, dumbasses, these ferocious predators threaten to destroy everything, and everyone in their path. With only a rickety raft to keep the piranha at bay, Maggie and Paul must reach Lost River Lake in time to warn its residents and close its dam before the hungry fish reach the ocean and spawn. Hey, Piranha 2, The Spawning. Spawn. Directed by James Cameron, starring Lance Hendrickson. So, I'm an environmentalist. I love animals and all that type of stuff. I like nature and animals more than people, to be honest. But whenever somebody with one of these environmental groups decides to fuck with something like this, they always destroy everything around them. Even like was it Eli Roth with Green Inferno, and the people go down to, to help, like feed people and build homes and all that. They get fucking eaten. Don't do that stuff. Leave things alone. And then you won't, because if they left this alone, these piranhas wouldn't be going everywhere. You wouldn't have to worry about it. They'd be just contained to this tank. But if I remember correctly, it's like an environmental thing, and they have to screw with it. and that's what messes everything up. So leave shit alone. That's my thought for the second here. All right, let's look inside. Is it going to be just like all the other ones? I think so. Let's find out. Yay, I was right. Okay. This is when I wish I had audio commentary. You know, this has audio commentary. Does this have audio? This has audio commentary. No audio commentary for Piranha. The next one is, like I said, another one of those Showtime films. And I remember, I gotta sneeze. Might be two. I can feel it. Excuse me. I scare the cats when I do that. I was driving back from California, like Northern California, and it was like a 10-hour-and-a-half drive because I was visiting my grandparents at the time and my uncle and stuff. And I kept thinking, I need to get this movie because I'd seen it like a day or two prior to my trip. And I thought, I don't care how long this trip is. I'm going to drive straight to Zia Records and pick up this movie. Hopefully, I crossed my fingers that they had it. I think I even sped up. And they did have it. And now it's part of my collection. So, was it worth it? Kind of. But it is the remake of Humanoids from the Deep. Keep in mind, any of these remakes are not nearly as good as the originals. So this one is more political. The Humanoids are not, well, the first one was political too. That was all about, like crap in the water that was creating the Humanoids. These are like genetically enhanced soldiers that are made into the Humanoids from the Deep. This has Emma Samms, Robert Carradine. That's a good thing. I like this. I like this cover. Not too bad. Did I like these? Slaughter Studios isn't bad. I like that. I like the colors. And this is very traditional, so I like that. Very traditional. We got some good covers going here. It says your deepest fears will surface. That's what it says on the front. And of course, we have the woman swimming, or maybe she's just floating on her back, or maybe she's falling. I'm not really sure. And then we have a humanoid down here that's going to go up and eat her, or mate with her, because that's what these humanoids do. Then we got its side. Of course, there's the logo there. Logo there. And we got its back. I think they do a pretty good job with putting this all together. So it says, let's see, we'll start from the very top. Special features, director's commentary. Now this has director's commentary, but Piranha doesn't. Digitally remastered, original trailer, scene index, interactive menus, preview attractions. And I'm going to skip down to the bottom. Let's see, this is directed by people I've never heard of. So this is written and directed by Jeff Yamis. Executive producer Roger Corman. Based upon the original story by Martin B. Conan. Okay, not really seeing anybody else. Approximate running time is 85 minutes. It's rated R. Special features are not rated. Oh, there's our macrovision again. I remember Corman was very big on the macrovision. Like you couldn't, especially around this time, like you couldn't record anything like Carnosaur or anything. So if you tried to make a copy, especially VHS, is that it just went like light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. Warner Brothers did it too, where they turned the film from color to black and white. So there was, yeah, that was a big thing. This is 1997. When was Piranha? I think it's in 2004. Yeah, 2004. So it took a little bit longer for this one to come out. Recorded in ultra stereo. So here we have a woman not looking happy. Two men fighting something, maybe a humanoid. I'm assuming this is our lead. Now he is on a boat. Looks like that's toxic waste. Here we have soldiers shooting. Can't tell if that's a man or a woman shooting. And that is a woman. It looks like maybe in like a cocoon type thing that the humanoids made. Could be the same person as that. Okay, so let's see here. When government scientists genetically altered serial killers with fish DNA, they create amphibious monsters. The creatures escape, of course they do, thriving on toxic chemicals dumped by local fishermen. Threatening to annihilate a small coastal town, the bloodthirsty killers slaughter its men and abduct its women for mating. Horrified by their grave error, the scientists, I really don't think they'd be horrified, especially if they're government scientists. Are you kidding? They just try to cover it up. The scientists team with military forces to destroy the creatures before word of their experiment gets out. There we go. See, cover up. Scientist Emma Sam's Destiny from Dynasty alerts the townspeople of the danger. Robert Carradine, John Carpenter's Body Bags. Oh, he's done better. I mean, I like Body Bags. But he's also in God, what else? Well, I guess Body Bags is the best, since I can't think of anything else that he's been in. Stars in this ecological thriller as a fisherman who joins forces with Justin Walker, Clueless, to destroy the humanoids and rescue the captive women before the monsters can multiply. So there you go. I broke the speed limit to get this movie, just for it to be boring inside, just like all the other ones. Yeah. Keeps with the font from the front. Okay. Now the next one is another remake, obviously, and following that Showtime thing. Love the original with Beverly Garland in it, and then loved the Jim Wynorski remake with Tracy Lords in it. And this is the third remake, or second remake, but there's 3 films, and it is Not of This Earth. And I like this cover. I enjoyed all 3 of these. So it's got Michael York and Parker Stevenson, Not of This Earth. They've crossed the galaxy in search of your blood. And then here's the side. It's also listed as horror. Is this listed as horror? Yep, that also has horror on it. Where is it? Why can't you see it? Trust me, it's there. It's right there. And once again, looking for the the logo. Here's its back. So, funny thing about this one is the director, Terrence H. Winkless. So I was friends with him on Facebook, and somebody put out a questionnaire. What is your favorite film of the year? What is your favorite director? What is your favorite screenplay? What is your least favorite film? What do you think is the most overrated film? And I filled it out, just like a lot of other people did. And people, of course, criticize some things and they liked other things. The one thing that I put for overrated is the film Birdman. I thought it was boring. Michael Keaton and all that stuff were great in it, but I just thought it was dull. I just thought it was boring. Maybe I need to rewatch it. I like the director's other films, like 21 Grams, but I just thought it was really boring. So I wrote in Birdman. That's all it said. What do you think is this year's most overrated film? I just wrote Birdman. That's it. He attacked me like he had made the movie. Like I did like an affront against nature or something. And we were messaging back and forth, and it was like, well, dude, that's my opinion. Get over it. And it was really bizarre how he like attacked me and said like I didn't know what I was talking about. And then out of the blue, just decided to block me. I haven't been friends with him on Facebook since. This has been probably a few years ago. But, I still keep his movies and I still like the Corman films that he's made. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how, if I said I liked this movie and somebody went, you're an idiot, it's stupid, and then I would get all pissed off at them and then block them when I had nothing to do with this movie. So unless the director of this had something to do with Birdman, I don't know. It was weird of how offended he got, because he didn't say like, oh, I helped on sound, or I helped on effects, or, oh, I helped on camera or editing or something. He didn't say anything. It was just like, you're an idiot, for not liking this movie. It was really lame. But like I said, I'm not going to be that person and throw away their films, because I got these for a particular reason. So regardless if he directed this or not, I would still own it. So from the back here, special features would be, once again, why are they even listed? Digitally remastered, original trailer, scene index, interactive menus, and preview attractions. This is one that I would have liked to have had audio commentary on. Would have liked to see what he had to say about this in comparison to Jim Wynorski's Not of This Earth and the original Not of This Earth from the 50s. We have a few pictures here. So here we have, there's Michael York. He plays like the main kind of like vampire guy that needs the blood transfusions. He's with, beautiful woman. Here we have another woman, and here we have a doctor that looks like he has something on him. Doesn't look like blood, and then here we have a man with gun. So let's take a look down here. So it's based on the screenplay by Charles B. Griffith and Mark Hanna. Executive producer Charles Band. Roger Corman. Written by Charles Philip Moore. Music by Jeff Winkless. Casted his brother, or hired his brother to do music. Richard Belzer. That's Richard Belzer. He's in this. And that's the only other name that I recognize. 83 minutes, rated R, special features not rated, Macrovision again. Recorded in ultra stereo. This is 1995. Looks like maybe like this package came out in 2003. I always thought it'd be fun, like every 10 years if Corman remade Not of This Earth. So let's find out. Why is this Not of This Earth? Let's look. He has been sent to Earth in search of our blood. He goes by the name Paul Johnson. Michael York, Goldmember, Three Musketeers, and Shogun. But in another galaxy, he's known as Sidal 9. Since humans are unwilling to surrender their blood, Johnson must overpower them, resorting to gruesome techniques when he encounters resistance. When this alien being meets blood bank nurse Amanda Sales, who is Elizabeth Ondes, I'm thinking that's her. He thinks he's found a permanent supply of tantalizing crimson elixir. And then, of course, in Tracy Lords in Jim Wynorski's version, she played the nurse. Okay, let's take. I'm just not surprised anymore. Okay, and now I think this is the last one from the Showtime remakes. So I've liked all of them so far that I have from the Showtime remakes. I am missing a couple. There is a Bucket of Blood that has Anthony Michael Hall, but it goes by a different title. So I'm missing that one. I know I'm missing a couple of them. But you just kind of find them when you can, unless you want to spend some money. So I just kind of come across them when I do with like Zia Records and other places. But this one is a remake of The Wasp Woman, but this is just called Wasp Woman. There is no the. And it's Jennifer Rubin, who you would know from, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. It has Daniel J. Travanti in it. And there is no greater wrath than a woman's sting. That wasp is way too close to her eye. That would bother me if it was that close. But she is Wasp Woman, so. And then there's the side. And see, I'm thinking I don't have to point this out anymore because they're just all that way. They all got the logo. Special features, digitally mastered, original trailer, scene selections, interactive menus. This one is also directed by Jim Wynorski. Would have been nice to have audio commentary from him. Jim normally gives good audio commentaries. Best one he did was Dinosaur Island is one that I need to find. That's also the Concorde. Yeah, the new Concorde. And he does that audio commentary with Fred Olin Ray. It's still the best audio commentary I've ever heard. And that was like the 90s. And there's been a lot of audio commentaries after that. Let's see. This has like yellow writing, so it's kind of difficult to... produced by Roger Corman. Okay, so let's see here. Jennifer Rubin. It's really hard to see. I don't think there's anybody on here that I recognize. Yeah, it's just they're not. That yellow writing does not make it easy. This was, I want to say also 2004. It's very tiny and yellow. Special features not rated, rated R. It's 1 hour, 21 minutes. Okay, so that's well, here we have the Wasp Woman. They kind of give that away right there. It's a full body costume. It's actually pretty cool looking when you watch the movie. It's a good looking costume. This looks like a man scientist making something. And then this is Jennifer Rubin's maybe about to take the serum or liquid or whatever the drink that she's about to turn into the Wasp Woman because of. All right. So once a young, beautiful supermodel and now the owner of a thriving cosmetics company, Janice Starling, Jennifer Rubin, finds herself aging, her beauty diminishing, and her business failing. Humiliated by being forced off the pages of her own ad campaigns, she resorts to desperate measures. A mysterious doctor, that's Daniel J. Travanti, appears with a new serum promising eternal youth. After receiving the injection of this untested experimental wasp hormone, she quickly regains her beauty and self-confidence to revive her business. Janice again has everything she could want, ... but gets far more than she ever bargained for. The serum not only gives her the wasp's secrets for vitality and long life, but the instinct to kill. There you go. Oh, this one does not say microvision. Does not say microvision on it. Really, it's just all the same thing. I know Corman always likes to save a buck, but all right. Our next one is from the Sci-Fi collection. It is called Unknown Origin. And it stars Ronnie McDowell, Melanie Shatner. Oh, I like her. And Alex Hyde White. So you got Ronnie McDowell from Planet of the Apes. You got Melanie Shatner, who also went on to do the Subspecies films, or some of them. And then Alex White Hyde, who was in the Roger Corman version of Fantastic Four that was technically never released. It says down here, only one species can rule the earth, ... It may no longer be humans. So they're looking kind of. Oh, that's Ronnie. No, that's Ronnie McDowell right there. I didn't realize that last time I saw it. Not sure what the Sci-Fi collection is. I don't think I have anything else with this on it. I'll have to do some research. So this is listed as horror. So we got that. Do they list? None of this Earth is also horror. I would say it's science fiction, but. And this is a nice box. This looks good. This is a little cut and paste, but it's okay. Oh, this does say sci-fi, not horror. It actually says sci-fi. Okay. And let's see here. So there's Shatner right there, Melanie Shatner. Can't tell who anybody else is on this. So she's with a man. They're down by these. Maybe these are like pods of some sort. Medical bay. There we have man. That might be Melanie Shatner with a flamethrower. Man aiming gun. Special features. Digitally mastered interactive menu, scene selection, original trailer, and preview attractions. I'm sorry, most of this stuff are not special features. Let's see here. So this is rated R, 75 minutes. Special features not rated, as always. This is from 1995, but this came out in 2003. So they sat on these for a while. It looks like a lot of these came out 2003. This is actually Cosmic Home Video. See that on the side at all. Cosmic Home Video presents. Don Stroud is in this. Executive producer Roger Corman. Written by Alex Simon. Directed by Scott Levy. Scott Levy. Scott Levy also did this, also did Piranha. So no wonder there's really no special features on it. There we go. Let's see. Trapped beneath 10,000 feet of crushing pressure, an underwater research team is assaulted by a mysterious mind-controlling alien. Terror turns to paranoia as team members turn on each other. Unable to discern friend from foe, they now must stop the alien's rampage before it reaches dry land and begins to breed. I don't think this is a remake, but it might be. It might be, but I don't think so. But it might be. Okay. Yeah, because there's like Phantom from 10,000 Leagues and Beast from the Haunted Sea, and maybe one of those, like one of those ocean films that Corman did that this might be a remake of, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, the next one is one of my all-time favorite sword and sorcery films. It is one of my favorite Roger Corman films, and it's still the best in the series, and which is the original, and I want to find all of these on this type of DVD, and this is the wonderful Deathstalker. There we go. I love Deathstalker. And it's Richard Hill, who's the Deathstalker, and Barbie Benton, who's his companion, his girlfriend, and then he's fighting these kind of pigmen that are in the movie, but of course nothing like this is in the movie. I mean, he does save her and he does fight a pigman, but it's not like this. And it says Deathstalker, the last great warrior king. Down here it says Journey to an Age of Awesome Magic. And a lot of these covers that Corman did for this type of thing, for like a sword and sandal stuff, are all done by Boris. And this is 1983 is when he did this. So these covers were great. There's its side. And it says Action Adventure. And we got our little logos. So here we have, there's Richard Hill, there's Deathstalker, the one and only Deathstalker, who does come back in one other. There's 4 Deathstalker films, and he's in the first one and the last one, I think. There's Barbie Benton, and that's him fighting the Pigman. So there's Deathstalker fighting the Pigman right there. This picture does not really add up to this, but you know, it's in the film at least. They're not lying. And then there's our like evil sorcerer that Deathstalker has to defeat. I do believe like Mystery Science Theater and stuff has done some of these. Maybe Riff Tracks or somebody, but I think some of the Deathstalker films have been done, like A-Tor, and some of those have also been done. So let's see here. So Deathstalker. Oh, well, I didn't see. So let's see special features. Why did I bother? Special features digitally remastered. Oh, it's remastered. Original trailer. The other one's just said digitally mastered. This is remastered. Original trailer, cast biographies, interactive menus, scene index, and preview attractions. This is New Concorde, where this one is Cosmic Home Video. I don't know what Cosmic Home Video is. Yeah, like this says New Horizons. But this is New Concorde. There was first New World Pictures, and then Corman sold that, and then it's Concorde New Horizons. Sometimes it went Concorde or New Concorde. It could also go New Horizons or Concorde New Horizons. I guess I'm not really sure why it was on different films. It's different titles, but this is directed by John Watson, and Richard Brooker is in this. Jason, from Friday the 13th Part 4. Lana Clarkson, sadly, she died. Nobody. Screenplay by Howard Conan. He's a regular for Roger Corman. Rated R, Macrovision. We got the Macrovision back. Approximate running time, 81 minutes. Yeah, 1983. This package was done in 2001. All right, so let's find out what Deathstalker is about. Deathstalker, Richard Hill, is the mighty warrior chosen to battle the evil forces of this medieval kingdom, bored of petty brawls and willing wenches, and bent on revenge for past wrongs. This handsome, lustful fighter sets off on a journey to the most challenging tournament in the land. That is a huge description of him. To the winner, the throne of the evil wizard, the ultimate mystical power, and the love of the high-spirited and beautiful Princess Codala? Man, I'm getting all different pronunciations out of this. Coldilly, Princess Coldilly. That doesn't sound sexy. I have to really be mispronouncing that. Coldilly? Barbie Benton. But first, Deathstalker must prove himself worthy of his legacy, ... And treachery lurks at every turn. Even says Deathstalker right there. So I'm guessing this is part of the title. The Last Great Warrior King, because it's right here too. Deathstalker, The Last Great Warrior King. I just call it Deathstalker. My friends and I just call it Deathstalker. Great fun film. Really is a fun movie. Part 2 has been released through I'm not sure if it's through the Shout Factory or Scream Factory, but it's a like a quad-ology. It's a 4-movie pack. So it's nice to have it through there. So I have this. I have the Deathstalker 2, which I think is Duel of Titans, and yeah, I think it's Duel of Titans. It's with a different Deathstalker. And that's directed by Jim Wynorski. So that's on that collection over there. We'll get to that another day. And then part 3, which is, I don't think it has a number on it. I think it's just Deathstalker and like something from hell, something like that. But it's part 3. And then we have Deathstalker 4. Once again, you know, the Boris, this is 1991. And this Richard Hill is back. On this one, he's Richard Hill, more formal. This, he's Rick Hill. So I guess he was a little more easygoing on this one. His maiden in distress or partner, whatever she might be, Maria Ford. And this is Deathstalker 4, Match of Titans. And I don't remember if any of this is in the movie. I'm going to guess at some point he does fight. There might be, instead of a pig man, there might be a wolf man. There might be like a guy with just like a wolf head. And as I'm sure there are scantily clad or naked women in this. So this might almost be true. It says, out of legend rides one man with an invincible sword. So I guess these are swords. They kind of look a little bit more like, I guess they're swords. They're just, yeah. This is listed as adventure action. And we got its back. There we go. Let's see here. So here we have, there's Deathstalker. So there's Rick Hill. That might be Maria Ford there. Maybe she's fighting. This is an interesting picture because I think this is an action scene where a guy's head gets caved in. That looks like a large piece of wood, and it's smashing through his head. So, okay. I'm up for that. Special features, digitally remastered again. Original trailer, cast biographies, interactive menus, scene index, preview attractions. I guess they just have to put anything on here that they can. Anybody else? Nobody else known. This one is written and directed by Howard R. Cohen. So we've already talked about him. Executive produced by Roger Corman. Rated R, Macrovision. And it is approximately 85 minutes. This came out in 1992, but this came out in 1991. So I think Corman was using other companies to release his movies, and then he was just like, oh, screw this. And so he just started releasing everything through his own division. So that's why some of these, it looks like it took so long to come out. Okay, so let's see. Journey to a world of magic where a mysterious woman seeks the mightiest of warriors to lead her dark army into battle. Excuse me. It began as a contest of strength, a brazen challenge to lure competitors from far away into the main arena of the Queen's castle. Among the warriors stands the champion, Deathstalker, Rick Hill, who defeats all opponents. Well, of course he would. He's Deathstalker. Anybody with the name Deathstalker, and he is named Deathstalker in the movie. So if all of a sudden they're going through a list and it's like Joe, John, Eric, Deathstalker, Steve, Jim, Deathstalker, you know Deathstalker is going to kill everybody just with that name. Let's see, disappear. See, mysteriously, combatants disappear from the castle one by one. Now, in the blood-chilling match of Titans, I do that, then I lose my place. Deathstalker must defend his fellow warriors, his life, and his newfound love, Maria Ford. Possibly Maria Ford. Possibly one of these might be Maria Ford. Maybe. I doubt it, though. Against an invincible army of stone warriors and the wicked queen who rules them as master. Would she be master or mistress? I mean, she's already got the wicked queen. Okay, so let's take a look. See, and there's our title right there. Match of Titans. Okay. Now, staying within the sword and sandals type of area, we do have a film called Amazons. And just from looking at the cover, I'm going to guess this film is much better than Wonder Woman 1984, but worse than Wonder Woman. So this has Windsor Tyler Randolph. Wow, what a pretentious name. And Penelope Reed. An age of magic and mystery, ... a land where no man has entered. Once again, this is Boris, 1986. Does great art. Come on. There it goes. And it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beautiful women and one pissed off lion. This is also listed as action adventure. And there's its back. So Amazons is right there. And then we have, I guess these are two of the Amazons. There is one Amazon here, maybe the queen. Looks like the same person there. Might be the same person. And then Amazons fighting. Special features are digitally remastered, original trailer, cast bios, interactive menus, scene index, preview attractions. Nothing exciting. It's unrated. And it does have macrovision, so you can't copy it. 75 minutes. Directed by Alex Ciza, associate producer Roger Corman. Frank K. Isaac Jr. might be somebody. That name looks familiar. Written by Charles Saunders. That name looks familiar too. Joseph Whipp, maybe? Sounds familiar? And that's about it. So let's see. Mystery and excitement await as you enter the fantastic medieval world of the Amazons, where magic reigns supreme and betrayal looms at every turn. In order to defeat the evil wizard, Calvingo, Joseph Whipp, and his vicious minions, the Amazons must recover a talisman, a sword whose whereabouts have remained unknown for 500 years. Only the beautiful young warrior, Dahlia, Windsor Taylor Rudolph. Oh, that's a woman. That's a woman. I thought that might be a guy. Windsor. Who names a woman Windsor? I'm old. Maybe I'm just out of it. And I don't realize that would have figured that Windsor is like a stuck-up British guy, you know. Hence why there's also 3 names. Has the vision needed to retrieve the sword. She is joined on her mission with the lovely Tasha, Penelope Reed, her sworn rival, on a perilous journey against the power of Calvingo's magic, the savagery of fierce tribesmen, and generations of family rivalry. So I'm guessing that's Windsor, and that's Penelope Reed, who are rivals. Okay. 1986, looks like this was 2001 is when it came out on disc. Because all these look very familiar, like of how they're all designed, the boxes and everything. So I bet these were all done within like a year or two, you know, apart. And then inside, it says here, there's a little note inside here. So let's see. So Amazons, and then it gives its number. NH2273UD. NH2273UD. Okay. This DVD is the unrated version of the film Amazons. The disc face is incorrectly labeled as being R-rated. Unrated. Oh, yeah. R-rated right there. Can you see it? Right there. R-rated. So, man, they must have been pissed off that they had to do this. This probably cost them a good pretty penny to have to stick this in every single box. All because somebody did not read the notes that were given to them. They probably did not set the machine because everything else is R. They probably, they just changed the title up here, right there, and then they didn't bother changing the R to like unrated or not rated or just not put a rating on it at all. They just left it. Or maybe this would have been too expensive and this was cheaper. So they did it that way. Who knows? All right. Okay, we're almost getting there. We're almost there. I do not have the first one of this. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I think I do have it on the on those like Scream Factory or Shout Factory Roger Corman collections. So I might have the first one actually. But this is Barbarian Queen 2. The Empress Strikes Back, and it's with Lana Clarkson, who sadly died and was friggin' shot. And this is a Greg Wrangler, Greg Wrangler. She's wild, she's sexy, she's the Barbarian Queen. I'm assuming that's the Barbarian Queen. She just looks mad. That looks like her. Boris, once again, 1988. Action adventure. And here's the back. Yeah, they just use the same. Notice how all the pictures have the same boxes. Nothing different. Yeah, not even with this. Yeah, look, same thing. It's the same format on every one. Yeah, same format. Okay. Save a buck. So we got Barbarian Queen 2, which is right there. The Barbarian Queen, maybe, right there. Might be Barbarian Queen kicking some ass right there. And then here we have Man on Horse. Special features. This will be no surprise. Digitally remastered original trailer, cast biographies, interactive menus, scene index, preview attractions. It is rated R. We got our Macrovision right there. Approximate running time is 80 minutes. And 1989 came out 2001. So yeah, so all of these must have come out around the same time. Let's see. In a time long ago, a throne was lost to an evil rival. Oh, to an evil ruler. Sorry, ruler. And terror reigned throughout the land. Now, the only hope for a weary kingdom rests in the courage of a beautiful princess who must become a queen to lead the revolt. The brazen bombshell, Barbarian Queen, Lana Clarkson, returns to the screen in an adventurous tale of greed, betrayal, and triumph. So I guess she's in the Lana Clarkson is in the first one also. I think she's also in Deathstalker with Robert Carradine. Phil Spector is the one who allegedly he said that they were playing. I don't know, was that where you put the apple on the head and you're supposed to like shoot it off or shoot an arrow through it? And he shot her, but the courts did not see it that way. They saw it as manslaughter, and he is now in prison. And at one time, he was I guess, a great producer of records. So Paul McCartney definitely didn't think so, since McCartney thought that he ruined Let It Be. And the second McCartney could, he redid the whole Let It Be album and called it Let It Be Naked, where he removed everything that Phil Spector did. John Lennon did use him a fair amount, though. So I guess one Beatle liked him and the other Beatle did not. No note on the side here. So I guess this is rated R. All right. 2 left. 3 maybe, if you consider this 2. So this is the Massacre collection. I'd been looking for this for a while. I am missing 1 film, which is Hard to Kill. So this is the Massacre collection double feature from New Concorde, and it has Sorority House Massacre and Sorority House Massacre 2. This, I believe, is pricey, like on eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. It's quite pricey. You got some gunk on my mug. So I'm going to move this mug over to here. And I'm going to bring this in over here. This is my metal tumbler from the Zombie Apocalypse store out here in Vegas. That doesn't exist anymore. It shut down. I don't know if it was because of the pandemic or just nobody was going to it anymore, but I thought it was a great idea to take an army surplus store and turn it into the Zombie Apocalypse store. It was actually pretty cool. And this is one of the things I bought from them. So, but yeah, I've heard it's not there anymore. So keep that. It's a good little tumbler. It's metal. It keeps things nice and cold. So here we have who will survive the final exam? Got a guy kind of looking, through the windows there with the blinds. He's got a knife in his hand. But the blinds are shut. They're not open. So these are pretty bad blinds. So, I mean, if you could just see right through them with their closed, oh well. But he can, and he's got a knife. So a slash course in absolute terror. Then we have Sorority House Massacre Part 2. And it's got a person here with a meat hook. I'm not sure what this is right here. I always thought that looked like a wheelchair or something. Don't know what that is. And then we have women screaming. She's secure, so she's behind these blinds, but they're not. That's Melissa Moore, I believe, right there. It says it's cleavage versus cleaners. Oh, it's cleavage versus cleavers. It's cleavage versus cleavers, and the result is Delta Delta Deadly. 4 stars will surely become the standard for all horror flicks. Joe Bob Briggs from Joe Bob Goes to the Drive-In. So that's a good recommendation there. But I'm going to guess cleavage versus cleavers. I'm going to guess Jim Wynorski on this one. I'm going to guess. So this one is listed just as, let's say, nothing. So it's double feature with the two films on it, kind of marquee style. And this is our back. Same girl from the front. Let's see. So the first Sorority House Massacre, pardon me, directed by Carol Frank, written and directed by Carol Frank. No one I recognize. Special features are boring. Digitally remastered, original trailer, cast biographies, interactive menus, scene index, preview attractions. Approximate running time is 75 minutes, and it's rated R. Okay, so now let's go over to Sorority House Massacre 2. And, yep, Jim Wynorski, directed by Jim Wynorski, right there. If there's big boobs, there's Jim Wynorski. Let's see here. Robin Harris, yeah, Melissa Moore. Music by Chick Sereno. Nobody else I recognize. Written by James B. Rogers and Bob Sheridan. Special features, digitally remastered, original trailer, cast biographies, interactive menus, scene index, and preview attractions. Approximate running time 77 minutes, rated R. There's our Macrovision. Special features are not rated. So this is 1986 is Sorority House Massacre. Sorority House Massacre 2 is 1992. And this whole package came out in 2003. So let's see. Sorority House Massacre, when Beth comes to visit her friends at the sorority, she gets a strange feeling from the house. ... It seems hauntingly familiar. The girls just want to have fun. See what they did there? That's a Cyndi Lauper thing. But Beth suffers from nightmares of a knife-wielding killer. Little does she know a dangerous psycho has just escaped from the mental ward and is heading straight for the sorority. The girls' night of fun quickly becomes a night of terror as the killer stalks them one by one. All right, so that's the first film. The second film is Meet the Girls of Sigma Pi. Some will live and some will die. Hey, that rhymes. Playboy playmate Melissa Moore, Joe Bob's breast actress, Robin Harris, and nubile newcomer Actra Zhivago are three sexy co-eds spending their first night at the new spooky house. Unfortunately, like their boyfriends, the old mansion has a past. These girls party till they panic, ... A killer has crashed the bash and he's really hooked on them. Oh, see, because there's a hook right there. See, I always lose my place. Now they must struggle to stay alive, and only their brains and their stay alive with only their brains and their bustiers to support them. Busters. And they're busters? Their brains and their busters to support them. Bustiers, busters. I don't know, what is a buster? And they're busters? Is that like another way of saying boobs? To support them. Okay. I don't know if it's me reading it or what. Sometimes this stuff just confuses me. And it's a double disc. So one side is the first film, the second side is the other film. So. All right, so our last one, and I saved this one for last on purpose because this is a docudrama about my favorite band. I just went to go see them last year, and sadly, one of them has passed this last November. So there's only one remaining. And in the 90s, they made this film when they had their big reunion. Like the second big reunion that they had, and where they came out with a new album. There was like a couple documentaries, and then there was this, which it's Monkees, Daydream Believers, the Monkees story. Oddly, yes, it's Roger Corman, New World. It's New World. You know, it's Concorde, New Horizons. But you know, Corman to a point had stuff to do with the Monkees. So, you know, got to straighten this out a little bit. So, Jack Nicholson was a big part of the Monkees movie Head, their only feature that was made in 1968. After that, he did go on with the creators of the Monkees to do Easy Rider, you know, with Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper. From there on out, pretty much Jack Nicholson, you know, had a lot to do with Roger Corman. And so I'm guessing that maybe with that connection, Concorde released the Monkees, like Concorde New Horizons. So this is a DVD special edition. They achieved worldwide fame, but what they wanted, ... was respect. And that is actually true. I find it interesting that they just put Monkees and not the Monkees, because there is the, be just like putting Beatles when it's the Beatles. So there's no the there. There's a the down here. And then, of course, these are the actors that are playing Mike, Davey, Peter, and Mickey. They actually do a pretty good job. I mean, this guy actually looks like Mike Nesmith. They actually do a pretty good job. The problem is the time frame that they do this in, which is more or less over 2 years. Their hair never changes. Mickey's hair was flat. He had to iron it out because his hair was naturally curly. But through the first season of the Monkees, his hair was flat. The second season, it was curly. Peter kind of looked the same. Davy's hair changed multiple times. And this has Mike with the longer hair and the mutton chops when he had shorter hair and like regular sideburns during the first season. They were much cleaner, much nicer boys for the parents. And then they became more kind of rebellious with their hippie hair during the second season, I guess, for the teenagers. So Daydream Believers, the Monkees story, featuring all your favorite Monkees featuring all your favorite Monkees chart-topping hits. There we go. It takes me 10 times. I'm going to get it. And then here's the side of it here. Then we got the back. And once again, Monkees without the kind of annoys me. So the special features aren't actually bad. Some are lame, but some are actually pretty good. So special features, feature-length audio commentaries and original interviews with original Monkees, Mickey Dolenz, Davy Jones, and Peter Tork. No Michael Nesmith in this. Even though he did participate in the 90s reunion, I think he was out by the time that this was done, or he just didn't want to be bothered. Feature-length audio commentary with director Neil Fear Inley, and then digitally mastered original trailer, cast bios, scene index, interactive menus, preview attractions. So I could not tell you these guys' names, so I'm not sure which ones they are on the back. Fred Mullen, it does the soundtrack. He did Friday the 13th, the series, and some other ones. I think Friday the 13th, 8, Jason Goes to Manhattan. I think he did the music for that too. Yeah. PG-13 for drug content. Macrovision. This was done in a while later than the 90s. That's why Nesmith isn't on it. This is 2000. Thought it was earlier than that. Came out 2001. And then we have the four monkeys here. There's Mike. There's Davy and Peter. Davy, Mike, all four monkeys. Peter. This is the four monkeys performing, the actors as the monkeys, but I'm just saying monkeys. Peter with his guitar, Davy, and then there's Mickey. It says 4 young men, Davy, Peter, Mike, and Mickey, were brought together to provide America's answer to the Beatles phenomenon. The Monkees burst upon an unsuspecting world in 1965, becoming an overnight sensation. Now, ... for the first time, the untold story of the Monkees. I saw something with Mickey Dolenz on this. It actually might be on here. It was maybe where I saw it, where he volunteered to be like a consultant, which they might have used him for. He volunteered to direct it because he actually is a director. They said no. So basically, it's kind of seems like any involvement from the Monkees, they kind of poo-pooed and just had other people work on this. One of the problems is that there were 2 creators of the Monkees, Bert Schneider and Bob Rafelson. They comprised them into one person. I thought that was really annoying. And some of the stuff that happened in this is true. The Monkees have talked about it. There's even video on it and all that stuff. And then some of it isn't. So it kind of starts from like their auditions and then goes up until when Head, their 1968 movie, bombed, horribly bombed. And then they do talk about the upcoming TV special, which is 33 and 1/3 per monkey. Excuse me. It was a 1-hour TV special that they did that bombed. And they don't get into that. I wish that they would have. It would have been nice to take this further instead of just what it is. I mean, it's 91 minutes. I think that they probably could have gone 2 hours and added in the TV special. Right after the TV special, Peter Tork left. That left 3 monkeys. They made 2 more albums. They did a bunch of tours and singles. Mike then quit. Then there were 2 monkeys. They fulfilled their contracts. They made one last album, did some videos for it. The album is called Changes, and then they left. So basically, more or less 65, 66 through 1970, the Monkees were active. And I think they could have followed that. But I think they wanted this to be more, I don't know, kind of family friendly. So maybe they didn't want to get into all that stuff, but I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. It's just like pretty much any TV made, like docudrama that's an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's a very small sliver of maybe half of what happened, maybe 75%, maybe 3/4. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. But it's interesting that it's just through the new Concorde video distribution. So let's see what the inside looks like. Well, at least it's black. That's different. So, all right. That's it. If you are interested in the Monkees, which their story is very interesting, I think it's quite fascinating, go onto YouTube. You can find documentaries of them on YouTube that are actually better than this. Watch Head. You probably won't understand it unless you know the Monkees, but Head is great to watch. The TV show is great to watch, which is also on YouTube. Head is on YouTube. 33 1/3 might be on YouTube. But there's a ton of documentaries on there. There's a Rhino documentary that's really good. There's a BBC documentary that's a little darker that I really enjoyed. There's like the True Hollywood Story is on there. There's the VHS or VH1 documentary that's on there. So there's a whole bunch that are on there about them, and they're very interesting. So it might get you, curious about their music and stuff too. So, all right. So I'm gonna set that here. Take a. All right, so let's do the recap. You guys know how this goes. So we start with the last one that we had. So we got the Monkees, Daydream Believers, the Monkees story. Yeah, it's okay. We got the double feature of Sorority House Massacre and Sorority House Massacre 2. Pretty good stuff. Good double feature. Might be a pricey DVD, though, if you're trying to find it. Barbarian Queen 2, The Empress Strikes Back. It's fun. This is a little more of a comedy than the first one. Amazons. The Great Deathstalker 4, Match of Titans. The original Deathstalker, and the only Deathstalker that truly matters, Deathstalker. Deathstalker 2 is pretty fun. That's Jim Wynorski, and it's fun. It's a comedy. It also has Monique Gabrielle in it, and it's fun. It's very enjoyable. But this is more action, while that one's more comedy. But they're all fun. So if you could find them, give them a shot. Unknown Origin from the Sci-Fi collection. Still don't know what that is. I haven't looked because I'm doing this. The Showtime movies. So we got Wasp Woman, remake, Not of This Earth, from the director who blocked me. Humanoids from the Deep. Piranha, with a happy-looking piranha. Slaughter Studios, which may or may not have Corey Haim in it. I might be thinking of a different movie. And Cheerleader Massacre, a sequel, I guess an official sequel to the Slumber Party Massacre, knocking out Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3. Or if you watch the Slumber Party Massacre, you knock this one out and watch parts 2 and 3. Guess it depends. Or watch all 4. All right, that's it. So that is a wrap on the Roger Corman new Concorde spine DVD distribution. I'm not sure where to take it from there. I think I don't even think I even formed a proper sentence. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Remember, please like, subscribe, share, comment. I did check. I think I'm up to 116 subscribers. Yay! Thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate that. And I will be back again shortly. We do have on Monday the final Stephen King collection. That's number 3. And then we have a one filmmaker with Dustin Hubbard. Then I got to figure out what to do for like Friday and moving forward. And then the one filmmaker, one film after Dustin Hubbard, the following Wednesday will be with Donald Wills. So, which is really good. And both of those are really good. So, well, actually, wait, no, Dustin, today is Wednesday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. So Dustin Hubbard is today. And then Donald Wills is next week. And then I'm not sure who's on after that. I have to decide. I got a few people I want to talk to. So, so much video. I confused myself. Sorry. But yeah, check out the Dustin Hubbard if you're interested in producing and stuff like that. He's a film producer. So, all right. So thank you. I'm now rambling like I usually do. And I will see you on the next one. All right. Bye. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out after the video. And thank you for watching the very first Dark Park Films sponsored video. And who is that sponsor? Well, I've now learned if I do this with my hands, they go to the right area. There we go. That would be Wildlife Command Center Coffee. And you can purchase it right there. You can go to their website, which is buyWCC.com, and pick up their coffee. They have 2 blends, which I'm going to show you now. The first coffee is this one right here. This is a breakfast blend. It's 10 ounces, and it is a medium ground. And it does say, and it's breakfast, like I said, and this is what it says right here. It says, early bird can catch the worm. So there you go, a breakfast blend coffee that helps you catch the worm in the morning. And I really like this one. I'm more of a breakfast kind of blend coffee guy in the morning. So this one I really like. It has that little bit of oomph to it to kind of get you moving, get you up and out. And so I really enjoy this one. But that doesn't mean that I don't like the other one, which is this one right here. This is a dark roast. It is also 10 ounces. And both of these are $7.99 at their website. Pretty good price for 10 ounces worth of ground coffee. This one is, it's a little darker. So it's, I think it's better for drinking at night. Maybe if you're, writing a screenplay or if you're filming, this has got that oomph, that double punch to get you going. So this is one that I also recommend. I like both of these quite a bit, but I kind of do, the breakfast in the morning and then the dark more at night. So I recommend both of these quite a bit. And how did I find out about these two, these two coffees here? And how did I find out about Wildlife Command Center? Well, when I was working on Night of the Zomghouls, there was a box of coffee that was just sitting there filled with coffee. And we didn't know what to do with it. Like, whose is this? Who brought it? Why is it here? And so we just kept going to the store and buying coffee. And then one day I said, why don't we just get the coffee out of the box and use that instead of, wasting money on going to Smith's or whatever and picking up coffee. So we did. We did not realize that it was the Wildlife Command Center coffee and that it, was sponsoring the movie. And it was great coffee. Everybody loved it. And we just went right through it. By the last day of filming, this coffee was gone. And I went and found out, about Wildlife Command Center, asked if they would like to be a sponsor for Dark Park Films, for their coffee. As many of you know, I love coffee. I love coffee mugs. And so this was a perfect match. And Wildlife Command Center is great with animals. So they provide a great service for rescuing animals. So it's kind of that double whammy for me, where coffee, helping animals, you can't go wrong. And they were even cool enough to send me, get in there, a coffee mug, because they knew that I liked coffee mugs. And right now, I don't get that. That a little bit. I'm going to go on the keyboard, but that's their dark blend, because I'm recording this at night. So I am actually drinking that while recording. Also, one thing that you can get at their website, which is cool, is you can get this. There you go. This pocket knife, which is $9.49. And this is pretty cool because it has their name on it. Wildlife Command Center, we can catch it. And this is what it looks like. Put that down there. There we go. Fully out. So you're getting like the bottle opener, you got the corkscrew, you got a screwdriver, you got a blade, and then you got this little hook thing that you can pop it into something that doesn't have a tab, and then the liquid or whatever in there will come out. So this is pretty cool. And I'm just going to keep mine in my car, because you never know. You might need a pocket knife. So please support them. I'm going to have links down below, where you can, check out just the Wildlife Command Center. I'll also have a link for Wildlife Command Center coffee, and it will basically be for both these guys right here. And please support them. I support them. I think what they do is pretty awesome. And maybe this coffee will be on your set or in your kitchen. It will definitely be, on my set in my kitchen. I know that. So please, once again, I'm going to show you these. Please go to their website and pick up their coffee. and make it part of your day or night, depending on which one you like. So that'll be about it. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, so thank you. And once again, please support my channel. Please support the Wildlife Command Center. And I will catch you later. Bye.